hello there everyone, welcome back to James Redmond TV and welcome to another Redmond roundup. The first one in about 10 years and I'm really looking forward to doing this one because it's a very special one, as you might know by the title and as you've probably seen all day on social media. The day that I thought would never come, Jurgen Klopp, Jurgen Norbert Klopp has decided to extend his contract with Liverpool FC, and I love the way that this decision was concluded by Jurgen, by the way. He has a wife, I believe she's called Ule. Defo just said that very, very wrong. But the point is, Ule, they were sitting down over the kitchen table, and this is something that Klopp said. And Ule looked around at Klopp and just basically went, are we really going to leave these people in 2024? Is that really realistic? And Jurgen then made the decision like, I don't think I can leave it. And you know what, mate? That was a big factor. I was always thinking that will play a part. If his family's happy, then why would Jurgen want to leave? It'd make no sense. And now they've changed it from, instead of it being until like another 2 years on top of the contract he already had, now they've scrapped the current contract and they've just decided to put it until 2026. And I love the things that are put in place with this contract, like the factors and the things that Liverpool have to follow to make sure that Jurgen Klopp was happy to extend. And let's be honest, it's nothing but good things. Things that have been promised is things like transfer backing, so we need to get players. Jurgen Klopp has the licence to get players. Mane's and Salah's contract to be sorted. That was another thing that was put in the contract, and hopefully that is something that gets sorted. So not only about them good things, but let's talk about the bigger picture in the room. We've got Jurgen Klopp until 2026. By 2026, Jurgen Klopp will have been our manager for 11 years. That is huge, and I feel like because I'm doing this video after work, and it's not as instant, but if you saw my instant reaction to when I saw it on Twitter, I was like, oh my God, because I've been working for a charity, haven't I? I work for a homeless charity, so that's why, like, the videos might not be as instant nowadays to when the news comes out. But the second I found, well, let me start from when I woke up. Paul Joyce puts out on Twitter, and listen, Paul Joyce is a very reliable journalist. There'd be no reason for him to risk his credibility by saying Jurgen Klopp is going to be leaving, is going to be staying at Liverpool until 2026. But I still didn't want to believe it. It was just too good to be true. And then 2 hours later, it was confirmed. I actually saw it on the Cop TV Instagram page, funnily enough. And I was like, as if, like I opened my Instagram on break, and I was like, as if. I thought it was fake. And it's the Cop TV page. There's no reason why Alex would put a piece of news up that is fake. But then it ended up being real. It was all over Twitter. It was all over everything. And I don't think it's quite sunk in that we've still got Jurgen Klopp for an added amount of time. By that point, by 11 years gone by, there's a very good argument that, I mean, I don't think many people get above Shankly and Bob Paisley, but in terms of people getting into that conversation, I don't think many do. And Jurgen Klopp is most certainly, if he's not already in that conversation, I'm very confident in saying he's going to be in there by the end of 2026. This is the greatest news that we've had in a long, long time. Do you know Jurgen Klopp leaving in 2024 would have been the worst thing to happen since the sugar tax in Lucozade Orange? That would have been terrible. In fact, do you know what would have been? Do you know what was worse? When Walkers got rid of the barbecue rib crisp. Was it barbecue rib? I think it was barbecue rib crisps. Absolutely amazing crisp, by the way. And this would have been worse than that because I don't understand. Even if Gerrard came, even if, I don't know, who else? Who else do you put in? Pep Linders? Does he bring the mental side of things that Jurgen Klopp brings? Because I always talk about what does Jurgen Klopp bring overall. Why do I think he's better than the likes of, I don't know, Tuchel? Like someone brought up to me before, oh, Klopp, Tuchel, Ragnick, they're all very similar. Tuchel tactically might be on the level of Klopp. He might be. And Ragnick might have a very similar philosophy to Klopp. But do those managers have everything that Klopp has, from mentality, from being able to fire up your team, from being able to actually set out your team in a tactical manner with so many various ways? Because remember, when Jurgen Klopp first joined, he had Lucas Leiva, Mamadou Sakho, Kolo Touré, Alberto Moreno, Simon Mignolet, and he had to make it work with these players. Whereas now, as he's been able to build his own team, he's gone from a more gegenpressing style, kind of like Ragnick, to a more pass and play style. You could say kind of like Tuchel, but I'd probably say more like Pep. Moving the ball nicer, creating triangles, putting the ball over the top, or should I say lobbing the ball over the top. Just really, really good football to watch, and that's because he's a very diverse manager. He's got so many things in his arsenal, so many different ways that he can play, and now he's going to be at the club till 2026, and that is huge. And you know what, mate? What a video to come back to, man. It's only a quick, short video to talk about the my reaction to it, and I wish it could have been more instant, because when I first found out, I was like, oh my God, like as if it was celebrating a goal or something. It was unbelievable. And it's just great to know that he's not going to be going, because let's be honest, 2020, we're in 2022 now, 2024 sounds ages away, but it's going to come sooner than you think. And if we don't achieve this season what could be the greatest achievement of all time by winning the quadruple, and not to mention, great game yesterday by Villarreal, or against Villarreal, really, really good performance. And I think the atmosphere over the last 3 or 4 home games is what's really put it over the line for Jurgen Klopp. I think he knows there's nowhere else in the world that would love him the way we do. Dortmund fans loved him, Mainz love him. Maybe I'm wrong. If you're a Dortmund fan or a Mainz fan, please do let me know in the comments down below if I'm wrong. I still think we love him more. That's my opinion. And I do think that he can be the greatest Premier League manager of all time. And it would have been a shame, just as he's starting to get the squad that he wants, just as FSG is starting to show a little bit more ambition, if it would have been towards the end of Klopp's time. Because that's what happened at Dortmund. Dortmund started spending a lot of money when Klopp went. But now, it's one of those things where he's actually got another 6 more years? No, 6 more years. Great match, James. A failed match. Really apologise. 4 more years. That's huge. And I really would love to know what you think as well. If you're a neutral, you probably won't like this news. But if you're a Liverpool fan, this might have to be the greatest piece of news that we've ever received since we signed Klopp. Really madly so. Because if you tell me, would I rather have Klopp or Salah, Klopp or Mane, Klopp or Virgil van Dijk, I'm taking Klopp every single time. Feel free to disagree with that, but that's just my opinion. And that's why I wanted to do this video. And the first Redmond roundup back to say, we have still got Jurgen Klopp until 2026. This is huge. And you know what as well? Let's not talk about the morale boost that this is going to give us until the end of the season, because that's going to be huge. All these players knowing in mind, like, this is my manager and he will be for the foreseeable. That's going to be massive, and there's just going to be a nice boost around the club. We're still in all 4 competitions. Players like Mane are kicking back into form. Fans are hating on Salah, as they usually do. And when I say fans, I mean neutrals. Yet he's still being one of the most creative players in our team. Who cares, man? Who really cares? Thiago is now showing everyone he's not a flop. Trent is showing everyone he can defend. Virgil van Dijk is showing that he's not finished. Alisson's showing he's the best goalkeeper in the world. Robbo's boss. Henderson's the best captain in the world. I'm not arsed. I'm going over the board because I have every right to. And I'm not saying we're going to win the quadruple, but it's now the fact that if we don't win the quadruple this year, we can just go for it next year and the year after that. It's just nice to know we're going to be competing until 2026. That's the point of this video. But let me know what you think, and let me know if you enjoyed this video and if you want to see more videos in front of my shitty little background with a flag and a scarf and myself, because it's good to be back, man. It's good to be back. And thank you to everyone as well who's been watching the channel, tuning into the vlogs. The vlogs have done amazing, by the way. Thank you so much for the support on those. And if you could show any amount of similar support on this video, that'd be amazing, because the more likes, the more subscriptions, the more comments, the more these videos get pushed out, and therefore I continue doing content for you, man. But yeah, I'm going to be doing a live stream on the weekend against Newcastle. A watch along, because that's an away game and I haven't done a watch along for a long time. So make sure you get your popcorn and set your reminders, because I'm going to be back on Saturday. And tomorrow I'm going to be starting a new show with my mate Kieran, who I've met on the job that I've got now. And that's kind of like quite a fun idea that we've got. So make sure you're looking out for that. I'd probably say it's going to be about 10 o'clock, so 10 p.m. So if you want to watch and it's not too late, then be sure to tune in. But anyway, guys, thank you for tuning into this video. Make sure you do smash a like, and I will see you all later. Up the Reds and up Jurgen Klopp, mate.